Hi, this is Angela Taylor with Taylor Homestead Soap. So I wanted to show you today some of the things that I do. I don't only make soap. I don't only have a full-time job and a house and a husband and 2 children. I also do crochet and I do soap. So we're going to talk about that today. I had a friend the other day. She said, Angela, how is it that you do so much? Like, why is it that you do so much? Angela feels this need to be productive all the time. I can't just sit there and watch TV. I can't. I have to be doing something like this. I can go to a movie theater and, that's okay with me. But, like sitting down and watching a movie or watching a show and just sitting there, can't do it. I have to be doing something with my hands all the time. So this is what I sit and do at night. This is what I sit and do in the doctor's office. Even reading, I do like to read, but I have trouble with an attention span when it comes to reading longer books. Joy reading, like the classics, like all that stuff. But sometimes as a school teacher, one thing you learn when you're a school teacher, I've been teaching this is in my 18th year, I'm going into my 18th year, is when you school teach, you are required by the job to do a couple things at once. You are to maintain order and manage your classroom, you are to teach children, and you are to continually keep kids safe. So that's a lot to do. And so what the funny thing is that transfers into your regular life, right? You've got you feel like you've got to do 3 things at once. I can see all those teachers out there going, yeah. So that's why I sit here and do things like this, because I feel like I've got to do a couple things at once. Yes, I do clean my house. Yes, all that, the yard and all of that. Yes. So these are some of the other skills that I have besides soap making and school teaching and managing children and all that good stuff. I sit here and crochet. I do some knitting. I started off at knitting. I prefer crochet simply because knitting I don't like it as much because it's easy to drop stitches, and then sometimes you don't realize you dropped your stitches until much later on. So I prefer crocheting. And my grandmother Fletcher, she crocheted these huge Afghans. Every time you go over to her house, she's crocheting somebody in Afghan. In fact, I'm sure I have one around here someplace. If I can find it, I'll show it to you. So everybody had multiple Afghans from her. But it wasn't until after she passed that I had any desire to do it. And so when she passed, I started to crochet, and they were cleaning out her house, and they were like, we have got this gigantous bag of yarn. Would you like it? Sure, why not? So I started to use her yarn, and I started to learn all kinds of things off of YouTube. If you get on YouTube, there's all types of things that you can learn. Different stitches, all kinds of things. So I do some of this too. I buy patterns off of Etsy. I learn crochet stitches off of YouTube periodically. So I'm trying to get my daughter to want to do this, and she wants to do it, but she's 9 and she just doesn't quite have the patience yet to, get it wrong and then have to try over again. She's learned chain stitch that she has done. So anyway, I'm going to show you some of the things here some of the things that I have made. We'll go into my little shelf along with my yarn obsession. My husband says I have a yarn obsession. I might. We were in the store the other day, and my daughter, I was in Michael's, and we were looking for something else, and I was like, yarn, and my daughter's like, no, Mommy, no, you have so much yarn, you cannot even go look at it. But I was like, it's buy one, get one free, and she's like, no. My son has decided to come join us. You want to see him? Look at this cute. Isn't he cute?
I got my kindergarten shots.
He got his kindergarten shots. He did. He's supposed to be taking a nap. Are you taking a nap?
How many more minutes?
More minutes. I love you. All right. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. Can you do thumbs up? Yeah. And give me a comment below. Bye. I like love to knit, this is your basic scarf. Like one of those fancy scarves. Because there's, you know, look how thin this is. For me, this is extremely hard to crochet with. So instead of crocheting with it, I knit with it. So, see this? See this? So I have like 2 sets of knitting needles. I like to knit with things like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
You do.
Yes, I do. This Alvin eyelash stuff.
I'm the sun.
This kind of stuff. Because like I
sun.
said, this stuff is just hard to crochet with. So I knit with it. And I make, I don't know, I make headbands maybe. I make scarves with it. That kind of stuff. What is this one? This is Fun Fur Prints from Lion Brand Yarn. So I have to show you this. This is kind of funny. My husband laughs at me, and that's okay. I can take it. On top of making soap, what I really love is yarn. Let's look at the amount of yarn that Angela has. 1, 2, oh, let's keep going. 3. My mother was also gracious enough to give me 2 boxes of yarn. Look at this. 1 box of yarn. And it's a big old box, it's full. And then there's yet another box of yarn. The truth of the matter is I have been crocheting and knitting for longer than I have been making soap. So what do I do with all this yarn, do you ask? Well, by golly, let me show you. So you know what goes along with taking a bath in soap? Scrubbies, more scrubbies, and washcloths, and some other things. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I have in here that are just kind of fun. And yes, I do sell these online, and yes, I do sell these at shows. So I'm going to open up my little area here. This is where I keep all my stash. I have yellow ones. And this, you know, this is not my pattern. I cannot claim it. And I found it off the internet. And honestly, I've got to figure out where I got this from. As of right now, I don't know. But you make this into one long piece. It's like this long. You slant it, and then you sew it together, and it makes this circle. So there's one kind. I thought this one kind of looked like a beach ball. So I've got all those. Ooh, American flag like. All right, what else? Ooh, bath scrubbies. Look at this. So I really like these because these are those scrubbies that you get at the store, you know. But these you can wash. You throw it in the washing machine. Wash and dry. The ones that you get at the CVS and those, you know, the netting ones, can't wash and dry those. And the problem with those are that they get those bacteria in them. And then it's hard to get out. And then you have to pitch them. This, wash and dry, hot water, kills bacteria. Yay! All right, so here's the funny thing I found about these. I thought people would like to buy these because they're more hand size. You know what I sold a lot of? And these obviously are cheaper because they take shorter time to make. No. When I was selling them at the last festival that I was at, they wanted these gymongous things. So I'm making more of these. The problem with these are they take a very long time to make, as you can see. Because it's full, and I have no idea. I know the top part, this last layer has over 1,000 stitches in it. I don't know inside here. I know I haven't counted them all, but it's a huge amount. So what I've decided to do to meet the needs of my customers, don't fall. Here's another one. Whoops! Dropping them, as I'm just taking some of the smaller ones, and I'm adding to them to make them, oh, I'm dropping them. Oh, I'm dropping them. But anyway, I'm just taking some and I am making them larger instead of making new ones. I'm going to leave some of them. Okay, what else do I have in this cabinet here? Let's go up yonder. Ooh, washcloths. I have some washcloths in here. So I have different kinds of washcloths. Look at here. Ooh, what do you think? Yeah, I'm going to put my camera down a little bit more. Oh, look at that. It's a washcloth. I'm going to show it to you. This is a basket weave washcloth. I learned how to do this. Okay, so look at this. Ooh, look at that. It's a basket weave. So look, you've got there's one of my types of my washcloths, and it's about 8 by 8-ish. About 8 by 8. And then I put pretty little edges on them. I've learned how to do that. Where did I learn how to do this, you say? From YouTube. That's how I learned how to do it. No one showed me, other than someone on YouTube showed me how to do it. Let's see here. What else do I have in here? Ooh, look at this one. Ah, don't fall. No falling. Really? All right, here's the other thing. Look at this. Multicolored basket weave. Yeah, so let's turn it so you can see. Multicolored basket weave. Yes, yes. See that? With my little Taylor emblem on there. Hand crocheted washcloth. Yeah, Taylor Homestead. Hand crochet washcloth. Look at that. Let's see here. What else do I have in here? Ooh, let's show you this one. This is one of my favorites. Look at this. Ooh, I should get it closer like this. Like this. So this one is 2-colored. And here's what this is. Here's the big secret on this one. Ready? For those of you who do any crochet at all. This one is a half double crochet stitch and not a single crochet, the one below that, the smallest stitch. I'm going to forget it here in a second. Ah! The smallest stitch you can do. You just go back and forth with it. I'll come up with it here in a minute. Yeah. So it's just back and forth and back and forth. And then I put a little edge on it. See? Yeah. So Angela likes to crochet. Okay. So I have to show you these cuteness. Yes, I did crochet both of these. So these are my teddy bears. I got this pattern comes from an Etsy shop. I will leave the link for you down below in the description box. Mine is a little bit different, as in that because I used a larger crochet hook than the actual pattern calls for. So this is my Christmas teddy, and when he stands, he's about 36 inches tall. They're both about 36 inches tall. So yes, I will probably put these in my Etsy shop here soon. Look how cute he is. And they're sitting on, no, they don't automatically sit up like this. They're on doll. I'll show you. They're sitting up in doll holders. So, aren't they cute? Had someone call them dogs. They're not dogs. They are bears. And they are big, about 36 inches. So there's some that I do